All right, we are ready to begin our Tech Talk today on efficient file translations in Teamcenter, manual execution, automation, and configuration. Now your questions will be answered live at the end, but please go ahead and enter them into the chat as they come up if you would like. Our presenter today is Sandeep. Sandeep is in our Cincinnati office. And just a little bit about Sandeep, he is an application engineer with extensive experience in Teamcenter, building creative solutions and providing superior technical support for our customers. We love that. Thank you, Sandeep. Welcome. The Tech Talk is now yours.
Yep. Hello all. Thank you for joining Tech Talk today. Let's start our Tech Talk.
Hello everyone, I'm Sandeep Kumar Bulapalli and I'm one of the Teamcenter experts here at Prolim. Today we are going to discuss efficient file translation process within Teamcenter. File translations are essential in Teamcenter for converting files into different formats, making them accessible for different users and purposes across teams. The goal is to ensure accuracy, efficiency, and seamless sharing of files. The agenda today will start with an overview of translations and their types. This includes understanding the purpose of translators, the types available within Teamcenter. Next, we will cover manual file translations inside RAC. This section will walk you through how to perform translations manually within RAC. This method is often used for one-time translations or when specific manual adjustments are needed. Following that, we'll dive into automated file translations using workflows. We will discuss how to configure workflows so that translations occur without manual input at certain points in a process. Finally, we'll wrap up discussing setting up translators. Proper setup and integration with Teamcenter are key to ensuring that translations happen reliably regardless of file type or workflow. By the end of session, you will have a better understanding of both the manual and automated translation options that are available in Teamcenter and how to configure them for your need. In Teamcenter, translators are software components that convert data from one format to another, typically from a CAD file format to a format that can be managed, viewed, or utilized within Teamcenter or other applications. They are commonly used to convert files such as CAD models, drawings, and documents into formats that can be used for downstream purposes such as rendering, visualization, or analysis. The dispatcher in Teamcenter is responsible for managing background tasks, including the execution of translations. We will discuss the dispatcher in coming slides. There are few categories among the translators. We will discuss a few here. CAD part translators, examples like POE to JT, SolidEdge to JT, and SolidWorks to JT. These enable the conversion of 3D CAD part data from one CAD system format into a neutral format, typically JT. The second one, CAD drawing translators. CAD drawing translators, example like NX to CGM Direct, allow for the conversion of 2D drawings from one CAD format to another format, such as from DWG to PDF. Teamcenter specific translators, examples like FMS Transfer, MMV Index, GEN, are designed to handle data integration and indexing within the Teamcenter environment. They ensure that data can be transferred seamlessly between Teamcenter and other systems. Post-processor translators generate small 2D preview images of 3D CAD models and 2D vector data, which enables quick visual confirmation of selected geometry without loading the full data. This speeds up the browsing and selection process. Speaking about dispatcher architecture, Teamcenter Dispatcher helps manage resource-intensive background tasks such as CAD data translations and other processes. Dispatcher client serves as a user interface to submit and monitor jobs. The dispatcher scheduler controls the execution order and ensures that jobs are processed efficiently based on resource availability. The dispatcher module contains the translators and other functionalities that actually perform the data processing tasks, including file conversions between different CAD formats and Teamcenter related process. These components together ensures that Teamcenter runs efficiently, handling large datasets and complex tasks in the background without impacting the user experience. The configuration and management of these components require a Teamcenter expert to ensure optimal setup and functionality. In today's Tech Talk, I'm going to walk you through a use case where we will convert a CAD model to a JT file and a CAD drawing to a PDF. We will be utilizing NX to PB Direct Translator to generate the JT file and the NX to CGM Direct Translator to generate the PDF file. I will demonstrate both manual on-demand translations as well as automated translations using workflows in the coming slides. This will give you a comprehensive understanding of how these translators function and how they can be leveraged for efficient data management and file conversions within Teamcenter. Manual translations can be triggered inside Rich Client and can be monitored using the dispatcher console. This allows users to initiate CAD file conversions on demand. In the Teamcenter dispatcher console, you can manage all dispatcher requests. It provides options to view all dispatcher requests, resubmit a dispatcher request for reprocessing, delete a dispatcher request, view dispatcher properties and logs. This console also gives you the ability to refresh the dispatcher tasks and selected dispatcher requests. Apply filters such as type of translator, the user who initiated the translator, and the current status of the translator. This ensures that you can effectively track, manage, and control the entire translation process within Teamcenter. Now, let's jump into live Teamcenter and explore how we can perform manual translations. I will walk you through the steps to trigger and monitor these translations, showing you how the process works in real time. Let's get started. We are now in Teamcenter Exchange and we have an aerospace part displayed on the screen. Currently, there is a CAD model and there is a CAD drawing, but I am unable to view them directly inside Teamcenter. In order to visualize the model, we need a JT file. To achieve this, we will submit the CAD model to NX to PB Direct Translator, which will generate the JT file so that we can visualize it within Teamcenter. Let's start by selecting the CAD model and then clicking Translate. This action will open a new window where we can choose the appropriate translator. Select NX to PB Direct, which generates the JT. And in the next window, we can specify the date and priority of this particular translation task and then click Finish. Once the translation is submitted, we can monitor its progress in the dispatcher console. Access the dispatcher console using Administrator console. Go to dispatcher console and perform a search to view all the translations happening or completed within your organization. Select the translator you have just submitted and click refresh to see the latest updates of the translation. So the translation has been completed successfully. The translation process goes through several stages like initial state, schedule, translating, complete or terminal. So we are at the complete stage and it should generate a JT file and we should be able to view the model inside Teamcenter. Let me describe a little bit about the Teamcenter dispatcher console. The Teamcenter dispatcher console is a powerful tool that allows you to manage and monitor all translations and background tasks within Teamcenter. Some of the key features of the Teamcenter dispatcher console includes search. You can search for specific tasks, including completed or ongoing translations. It gives you an ability to refresh, resubmit if needed. You can resubmit a task for reprocessing, delete a task if no longer needed, and also check the task properties. Additionally, Teamcenter dispatcher console allows you to filter based on specific criteria such as provider, service, and states and other users as well. So the task that submitted has been successfully completed. Now let's go back to the assembly and check if we can see the model in Teamcenter. Let's do a refresh here. So we are now able to see the model inside Teamcenter upon JT generation. Now let's see how to generate a PDF for the drawing. Sitting on the drawing, I can initiate a translation called NX2CGM Direct that generates the PDF for my specific drawing. Upon clicking finish, it will initiate the translation in the background, and we can also again check the translation in the administrator console, search, and we see that it's in preparing stage, refresh, and we see that it's been translating. Perform a refresh to get the latest update. The translation has been completed. Come back to Teamcenter and do a refresh. And a PDF has been generated and attached to the item revision. So this is how manual translations work in Teamcenter, and they offer several key advantages to improve productivity and data management. They provide you the flexibility, quick access, and control over priority. Overall, manual translations make it easier for users to work with CAD data in Teamcenter, streamlining process and enhancing the efficiency of their workflows. A workflow in Teamcenter is a set of automated steps designed to move files or tasks through a specific process, such as approvals, reviews, or file conversions. How translations work with workflows. So translations can be triggered automatically within workflows by integrating workflow handlers. These handlers are set up to convert files to required formats such as JT or PDF as a part of the workflow. This setup automates the file conversion process and attaches the translated file to the original item. Just like in manual translations, the workflow sends the request to dispatcher module, which handles the request and attaches the converted files back to the item. Now let's see how these translations work live in Active Workspace using workflows. We are in Active Workspace and we have part 40 open. You can see the tabs here like Overview, Content, Where Used, and Attachments. Right now we can see only the model and the drawing being added as a datasets. We are going to submit this part to two different workflows. One workflow will generate a PDF of the CAD drawing, and the other will create a JT file for viewing the model. So this will show how easily we can visualize converted files directly within Active Workspace. Let's start by submitting this part to generate PDF workflow. This is a straightforward workflow created for demo purposes. This workflow creates a PDF of the related drawing. It reverts back to the originator for review, where I will simply confirm, and then the translation step will proceed. Going back to the inbox, I have the task to get approved. Upon saying complete, the translation step will proceed. Coming back to the item, we'll now get a workflow tab here. And right now we are at the translator task, which has been started and runs in the background. If you want to see the status of the translator, open the rich client and check the status in dispatcher console. The translation has been completed. It submitted a service called NX2CGM Direct, and the PDF should be generated back in Active Workspace. So the users don't need to be in the rich client to perform these actions. They can handle everything within Active Workspace. Coming back to Active Workspace, a simple refresh will show the attached PDF as a new dataset. By going to the Overview tab, we can view the PDF right here, confirming that translation was successful. Now let's submit this part to the other workflow called Generating JT, which generates the JT file for the related model. Upon saying submit, it will revert back to the originator. So this now started the translation. Coming back to the rich client, we can see the translation that's been going on. So in this way, users don't need to be in the rich client. They can do everything inside Active Workspace. Going back to the item, and if you go to the attachments, here is the JT, which we also call direct model. And we also notice that there is a new 3D tab that has been attached in the navigation pane.
The translation that just happened through the workflow generated a JT file, which enabled the 3D tab for viewing the model in active workspace.
So to summarize, translators are seamlessly integrated with workflows in Teamcenter to automate file translations. Active Workspace simplifies this further, allowing users to initiate file translations effortlessly through workflows. Setting up translators requires a few prerequisites. Teamcenter visualization, integration with Microsoft Office if converting some Office formats, and a CAD tool installed on the dispatcher server. The installation process includes deploying dispatcher components and adding the necessary translators, tasks that need a Teamcenter expert or administrator to configure and set up the dispatcher environment. After the dispatcher setup is complete, the specific translators can be added based on your organizational needs. Thank you for joining my presentation.